pt2 Mafia. What's the deal with y'all boys, man? It's your boy Mel. Back with part 2. Let's get into the vid.
We can do one last one before we get into this book bag. Can you give a step-by-step on how you create your own isolation bubble mentally, physically? That would be great help. Sometimes you gotta lock yourself in, and let's say you live in a chaotic household, throw some headphones in, listen to something positive, keep your headspace in a good space mentally to block you out.
Stay in the gym, whatever. The gym could be books.
And monitor your attention. Like, I really believe attention is everything. What you place your attention on is literally your reality. Your attention is your greatest currency. Where are you placing your attention? And that's ultimately the reality of where you are in life. What is depression? What is anxiety? It's when you placing your attention on negative thoughts of the future, or you keep living in this memory loop of negative thoughts or a negative memory that happened in the past. That's all. When you think of depression, anxiety, just feeling, you're either thinking negatively of the future, or you're thinking negatively of the past. That's why one of the best ways to be happy is just live in the moment, be here now, and just accept whatever the reality is here, instead of wishing it was something different.
And if you want it to be something different, then maybe you need to do different actions to live a different life.
If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, just change your mentality.
Dog.
And that
These niggas is spitting. Who wrote the script? Who wrote the script? This script is absolutely magnificent. They don't miss a beat.
that's why I always say, like, brother, you can literally change the reality of the situation by changing your perspective. You in a fucked up situation, you losing. Instead of feeling like I'm a loser, just I'm a winner who's currently losing.
Yeah.
Now it's a whole different mentality. But think that's a whole nother bag. Let's get in this book bag. We'll get back to the questions. They've asked some good questions. We on Law 25 right now. This one is so powerful. Recreate yourself. Understand, your identity is a fluid concept. People oftentimes get stuck in other people's perception of them or their old perception of themselves. And so they just get stuck in, oh, I'm this type of person. I'm a shy person. You can, nigga, stop making yourself shy. Oh,
If y'all don't understand this, I'm going to give y'all a real life example before I started doing content. Before I was doing content, I grew up in a certain environment where this is not normal. Doing content is not normal, bro. I grew up, you mean? How we all grew up, bro. I'm from Detroit. You feel me? You know how, if you from Detroit, you know what the deal is, or if you in tune to what's going on in Detroit, the music scene and whatnot, then you kind of got an idea of what Detroit is like. So growing up, my nigga, you think I had thoughts of being a YouTuber? Oh, I'm a YouTuber, or I'm a content creator. No, I was trapped in a bubble, this identity of, oh, I gotta be this certain way, I gotta be tough, I gotta maintain looking tough, I gotta dress this way, I gotta talk this way, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And all this stuff that's attached to my identity because of the environment I grew up in and how I see everybody else in my environment act. It made me act in the same way, and it keeps me in a bubble that traps me living in the same vibration, in the same life, the same reality. So for me to change my reality, it took me to be able to step out of that bubble and no longer, yeah, this was me. I did used to talk like this. I did used to behave like this. I did used to think like this. I'd move like this. But now I want to move like this. And it's going to be uncomfortable because it's something you've never done it before. Of course it's going to be uncomfortable. But once you start doing it and you do that repetition, then you start to change mentally, and you switch characters, you switch identities. You can now become a new person and create a new character and change the way you move and sharpen your character. You feel me? So don't be afraid to let go of past lifestyles that you lived. You feel me? It's still a part of you. You never could get rid of that. You feel me? Because you lived it. So it's you. But it doesn't always have to be you. You can sharpen the character and become a better person and start moving different. You feel me?
I'm a coward. No, you can change yourself and become more courageous. You can mold yourself into the person you want to be.
Also, one thing in recreating yourself, it'll have people that really aren't for you, like, retract from you. You can't be mad at them from not wanting to fuck with you no more. They signed up for Jay to be this way. Jay isn't like this anymore. I don't really want to be his friend. It is what.
And that's another thing that y'all struggle with, losing friends. Like, Luckily for me, I didn't lose my friends when I became who I became. You feel me? Everybody was still rocking with me. But I know if I would have been talking and moving like this when I was back in that environment growing up, it would have been challenging for sure. But yeah, man, you can't be afraid to lose friends because that identity that you was attached to, going back to my example, where I talk a certain way, move a certain way, think a certain way, behave a certain way, the people in my environment, they also do those same things. That's where I developed the identity from. You feel me? From just soaking in my environment. But then once I become conscious of it, then I can change it. But that's besides the point. Those people are attached to that identity that you were once in. So they still stuck in that identity. They haven't had the self-awareness to want to change or want to do something new. You have. So once you start doing these new things, you can't do these old things. So now you start to change to people, and now y'all are not on the same vibration or on the same page. You feel me? So now you got to let those people go, and y'all might come back and find some understanding and be able to be cool, because a year later, who knows, one of your homies that you were telling the stuff of, that you were telling about the way you was thinking, you planted the seed in his mind. Now he thinking different, and now y'all on the same page, and now y'all back cool. You feel me? Things like that can happen. It happened to me. You feel me? But don't be afraid to let people go, bro, because you're gonna trap yourself in a low vibrational environment with low vibrational people just because you're comfortable and you like having them as friends instead of advancing, finding new friends that take you to the next level in the next part of life. You feel me? You blocking your own blessings because you don't want to lose people. In life and in the game, you're going to lose people. And it doesn't matter. You got to be okay with losing people, because at the end of the day, who do you have? You got yourself, and that's all you need. So as long as you got yourself and your center of gravity is based within yourself, all else doesn't really matter. That's the game, baby. That's the game. And I love it.
What it is, if I'm on my personal growth, my personal grind, I got to stick to it. You got to be a man and stand on that. Also, another good way of recreating yourself, if you don't know how to or where to begin, is like, I know a lot of people use Kobe, for example, the mama mentality. It's a great mentality of whatever we're doing, we're giving it 110%. If I'm coming into the pod and we're doing the 48 laws of power,
Just come locked in.
Come locked in. I'm gonna do my proper research so I know exactly what the fuck I'm gonna speak on and touch on.
Think of yourself like a creative player on a game. And life is just trying to maximize every attribute. Get yourself to a 99 overall. Yeah, you might have been born a 40 overall, but you don't have to end the game as a 40 overall. Change your attributes. Find your different weaknesses and improve on them. Whatever strengths you have, maximize those motherfuckers. And I think another...
Sharpening character, man. Sharpening character. That's all it is. What do you find out about yourself? First, it's the awareness. Awareness is the key. Like me, my anger. Growing up, a lot of anger. Angry ass nigga. Nowadays, bro, nobody even sees me get angry. I get irritated. That's the most. Angry is impossible. Why? Because I worked on that. I dealt with my anger. I know what gets me there. So with me knowing what makes me angry, my triggers, because first is understanding, oh, I got mad at something. Whether it was something that somebody said to me or did to me, whatever the case may be, this event made me mad. Why did this event make me mad? Okay, this event made me mad because X, Y, and Z. Okay, so how do I stop myself from being in a situation where this can occur again? Well, if I start moving like this and start doing this, then this won't happen anymore. So this will keep me from getting to that point where I'm angry and I can go back to my old ways. So once you establish that, when you see those signs that got you to that point or that could take you to that point, or you see somebody is trying to press your buttons, okay, cool. He trying to press my buttons, so let me fall back. Let me move this way so that I don't have to take it to old habits. and I can continue to be this new version of myself that I'm creating. It's all about sharpening your character. You feel me? And that's just one example. It's other things that you could be dealing with where you just got to recognize what triggers it, where did it start from, and how you can prevent it from happening in the future. And that's how you sharpen your character. You feel me?
The reason why people get stuck in just this same quote unquote character is the environment. You around the same type of people, the same type of things, which gets you kind of stuck in these patterns, these behavioral loops in which you do the same things every day. And so there's no growth. You're this type of person because you're ultimately doing the same thing. Distance yourself from your current reality sometimes. Whether it be nigga get new friends, just nigga move to a new city. This is what life is about. Molding yourself into the person that you want to be.
4 easy steps, and you can wake up and do this every day, and you'll be on the right path. 1, stay in the.
And it's okay to stop hanging with niggas, especially like when you do it though. If these is like your true homies and you genuinely mess with them, and you don't feel like you need to cut them off, and you feel like you can still be cool with them, you just need to take a step back. Let your homies know, because if they really rock with you, they gonna understand. All right, bro, want to take a step back and get himself together. That's cool. Let him do his thing, and he gonna come back when he ready. You feel me? And then that could give you time to change yourself. Like if you trying to stop smoking weed and you hang around people that smoke every day, how are you gonna try to stop smoking weed and you hang around niggas that smoke every day? It's damn near impossible because you don't have the discipline to say no. It's right there in your face. You've been doing it, so you got to take a step back. Hey, fellas, I ain't gonna be able to hang out with y'all for a little while. I need to focus on myself, get myself right, and take some time. All right, cool, bro. Do your thing. You take your 2 weeks. You good. You ain't been smoking. And once you feel like you are, or you built up enough discipline for you to be able to step back into that environment and not go back into your old habits, then that's when you go back and you could be cool with those individuals. You feel me?
The gym, go to the gym. 2, eat healthier. 3, if you got bills to pay, make sure the bills get paid. Do your 9-to-5 shit. And whatever your hobby is, try to find a way or figure out a way to monetize it. You like to play video games. You like to cook. We'll figure out how to be a chef.
Turn your passion into profit.
Those is 4 easy, not easy steps, but it's like those are 4 mindful things that are doable, and do those every single day. And in 5 years, and at the end of the year, you're going to see a big difference in yourself.
Law 26, keep your hands clean. There's certain stains that once they're attached to your name, it's hard to remove them.
Have somebody else do your dirty work for you.
Yeah. Law 27, play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People have a natural desire to believe in something. There's a famous quote, if you don't believe in God, you'll believe in anything. Like you're gonna worship something on earth, like it's inevitable. And if you're not worshiping God, you're gonna end up worshiping idol gods.
Yeah.
Why do you think all these celebrities got cult-like followings? They've turned these celebrities into their gods. The whole thing with the devil is he manipulates. He basically uses entertainment to draw your attention in, and then he'll, through that entertainment, feed you the poison. You get what I'm saying? So to God, this better be business.
Is this your cell phone number?
Yeah, this is my cell phone number. Business call.
Is you trying to see if this is my personal phone number for personal reasons? You know this is a professional call.
Bitch, this is a professional call, bitch. Don't get ideas. Look, is this your personal? Ideas. So I can send some nudes here?
Unsolicited photos.
But what was we just talking about? This motherfucker. Oh, whatever you give attention to over time becomes worship.
Yeah.
And so people are worshiping these idols. They're worshiping these things, and you don't even realize it. And that's ultimately, I ain't gonna lie, like, and this goes back to everything, but you turn these things into gods. You've turned this basketball player into a god. You've turned these celebrities, musician into your god. You nigga, when niggas idolize they phone, you've turned your phone into a god in a sense. When you idolize something, pedestalize something, give attention to it, you ultimately are worshiping it, turn it into a god. This is why I say, nigga, your attention is your greatest currency.
Nah, yeah, for that one, I put building, basically trying to get a cult-like following, and building is community is strong. Community can sometimes represent power. Of if you have a million people behind you, well, you must be about something. If you got a million motherfuckers that's willing to risk their life for you.
Yeah.
So and then also is easier to accomplish a goal with more people.
Oh, definitely. Law 28, interaction with boldness. This is ultimately about confidence. Confidence is king. Don't do nothing timid, shy. Like, nigga, enter it with boldness. Confidence is king.
No, yeah, definitely. And as a man, it's like, bruh, through
Confidence
let's
is
say in a
everything.
physical altercation, even if you haven't been in the most physical altercations, if you have the boldness and the confidence of you're ready to handle any situation,
What's happening?
it's like a lot of times shit will de-escalate.
Oh, my mama.
So putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, or no, if you're in an uncomfortable position, the boldness or the confidence can take away that uncomfortability of like you're basically like psyching your body out to realizing like we can handle this situation.
Nah, yeah, that shit is so true. Law 29, plan all the way to the end. That's something Kendrick did.
Strategic.
So, nigga, especially when it come to war or just, nigga, life in general, plan, preparation.
Don't make orders or bark orders or ask for something and then when they don't give it to you, because
Have no backup.
have no backup. Because I feel like it's like this: if I want my girl to do something and if she's not willing to do it, I have to be willing to walk away from her. Because
Right.
indirectly she's saying, I don't give a fuck what you want to do, I don't want to do it. And if you don't want to do what I want you to do, then you're basically saying fuck me.
Right.
Facts.
So have a plan, have a backup thing in order, just so you feel me. You gotta stand on that shit.
Donald Trump talked about this in his book, The Art of the Deal. You have to be willing to walk away. If you're not willing to walk away, you can't negotiate nothing that you want.
I like that.
So just like what you say with the girl situation is like,
At
if
that
she's
point,
not willing,
you bluffing, and that's how a lot of women get y'all though. Like you got certain boundaries set, and you say you this one way, and she keep pressing the issue, and eventually you fold. You don't stand for nothing, bro. You gonna do whatever she needs you to do, and from there it's game over.
to do what you want, you have to be willing to walk away.
Yeah.
Law
Facts.
30, make your accomplishments seem.
Cause once she catch that bluff, it's over with. Oh, he said he was gonna walk away if I did da 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 X, Y, and Z, and he's still here. Oh, he ain't really standing on what he's saying. Over with. That's game right there. Over with. Now she's in control because she see you don't stand on business and you can't really walk away. You was bluffing. You just yapping.
Effortless. The less effort you seem to come across, just the greater you appear. Control the options. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play the cards that you deal. Oh my God, that
like
one
this
is
one.
hard.
I like this
Yeah,
one. I
that
like this
joint
one a lot
hard.
because it also, it's like you're controlling the board.
Real talk.
It's like I can make it seem like you can go left or right, but either way,
I get what I
I
want.
want you to do it because either way I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
So it's like, baby, we can go to chicken and waffles or we can go to McDonald's. Either way, I'm giving you options to make it feel like she feels like she's a part of the decision making. When in reality,
You're the one playing. She's playing the cards you dealt.
Yeah.
Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. This reminds me of like on some seduction type shit. You know, everybody got fantasies. Play to them.
I like to try to give examples, but for that one, I mean,
Yeah,
the
that's
dating
seduction
field,
for
that's
sure.
the like selling bitches dreams. You feel me?
Yeah, that's essentially what like selling a bitch a dream.
That was the main thing that I could think of. That was the main one that I could think of, just selling bitches fantasies, and you feel me, to indirect or to get what you want, whatever your end goal is. Just sell a bitch a dream, and eventually you gonna get yours.
I see a lot of niggas, especially like niggas who get bitches on some player shit. They do this type of shit a lot where you have a guy who clearly he's a cheater. He's a known, like he's someone who fucks around, but he's the type to on some player shit be like, yeah, I'm trying to change. I'm just looking for somebody who I could settle down with. And he's playing to the fantasy that you have of the guy on the top of the food, the Mr. Him only fucking with me. Like he's playing to the fantasy that you have in your head. Niggas that's really on some player shit, they tend to pull that card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking to, I just want to, I don't, cheating's bad. I don't want to, blah, blah. I just want one
love.
woman. Yeah, I just want one woman. You're playing to the fantasy that bitches want. So
Yeah.
I be seeing through it, but I also don't be wanting to cock block niggas.
Yeah.
But I especially like on the internet and shit, there's certain niggas who play that angle of like, no, you should never, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, brother, I know what's really going on.
Behind closed doors.
But yeah,
But do your
playing
thing,
to the
shit.
bitch fantasy. Law 33, discover
player
each
hating.
man's thumb screw. Everybody got a weakness.
This, I forget what number it was, but there was a law like don't speak too much or don't convey your thoughts or
Concealing your intentions.
concealing your intentions or just don't speak too much and just Maintain a set of mystery so it's like this can't be used against you.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, fellas, where you can still remain mysterious but give out information. It's very easy to do that when you're dealing with somebody who's not on the same intelligent wave that you on. You feel me? Like me, if I'm dealing with me personally, it's gonna take more effort to conceal certain things because I just pick up on things, facial expressions. I listen to words, like every single last word very clearly. Like if you use we instead of I'm paying attention to things like that. So your language is gonna be hard to hide things from somebody who can break down stuff like that. You feel me? But when you're dealing with a regular, don't pay attention to language, just hear but not listening type of person, it's easy to just give them a little information that can hold them over, but they'll never want to go deeper into it and know more about you as a person. And in that way, you still keep some mystery to yourself without revealing too much because you gave them just enough for them to, keep the conversation pushing and move towards a different direction.
When motherfuckers figure out the weakness, they
Try to exploit it.
it's like in the basketball game. There's a weak link, we gotta exploit it.
I know his thumb screw. I know, nigga, that's where his loose screw is.
Yeah.
Attack that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
And especially with the hoes, like, I could just read bitches easily, but, the better you get at and just the more you associate with bitches and the better you are at reading people, you can just see kind of what she wants.
Yeah.
In order to provide a person value, you got to know what is it that they value. Food is valuable. Yes, everybody wants food. But if you got a full stomach, you don't value food. Maybe you cold. You want a jacket.
Yeah.
So it's the same in regards to girls, like understanding what is it that she values? What is it that she wants? Where is it that her quote unquote weakness is? What is it that she's yearning for? Thinking specifically, I remember this one bitch, I could just tell she was love starved. Like she wants love.
Yeah.
But she's playing hard, and it's something I see a pattern in bitches, but it's like a common pattern is basically a bitch who is fucking with you, but she's playing hard to get. I know what's going on. Like, bitch,
Yeah.
I know you
Facts.
fuck with me, but
Facts.
you're playing hard to get because ultimately, so I'll give you an example, nigga. Bam, I link with this bitch.
Okay, I'm glad he gave an example because if he wasn't, I was gonna give y'all an example because when you become a nigga in the game, bro, you start to be able to recognize this certain type of woman. It's a lot of them.
Fuck first night, bam, right, bam. Like a week later, I tap in again. I know this bitch fucks with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you doing? Oh, she's at dinner. Oh, I'm at dinner. For sure. Come over after dinner. Come grab some dessert. Player. Hard. Anyway, bam, she's like, it's good.
P is shit. Good little line.
Now, the first time I had swooped her, I had picked her up. So she didn't know my exact address. So anyway, hour or two later, she's like, what's the address? Boom, I sent her the address. Then all of a sudden, and mind you, we live literally 5 minutes away from each other type shit. So like she's literally in my neighborhood type shit. But anyway, at an hour or two later, whatever, she's like, actually, it's too far. I'm not gonna go. And I know, but nigga, understand, I know what it is. Like basically, this is what it is. She doesn't want to feel like just a fuck.
Yeah.
We've already fucked, but it's like she doesn't want to create this pattern and she doesn't want to create a fuck buddy relationship where
more.
right. And so ultimately it's a manipulation of like, nigga, she's trying to get me to invest more. So nigga, I end up calling her back. She's eating ice cream. And I'm just telling her just the shit she want to hear, just player shit.
Yeah.
Just like, nigga, whatever, boom, come over, blah, blah. And she's like, I don't know, blah, 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 it's for, blah. Nigga, long story short, I forgot how it played out. Nigga, she ended up.
That's one thing, bro, that y'all gotta understand about the game. Bro, when you got a mouthpiece, you can get what you want. Get what you want, bro. I swear, the more you work on your mouthpiece and craft it, you could make situations go in the direction that you want to if you're willing to put in the effort. All you need is the ear, bro. Like when dudes be saying, "Oh, she want to do with dreads," or "She like a dude that's like this," I be hearing y'all. That's cool, but when you a nigga who step a certain way, all that goes out the window, bro. I'm telling you, you just gotta work on your mouthpiece and your program. Cause once you do that, those little things that she looking for, They disappear. I promise you, bro.
Coming over, but the point I'm making is like I could tell
Yeah.
she wants love. She wants a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So it's like by her quote unquote playing hard to get, she's putting me in a position where it's like I want you to try more. I want you to kind of feed me a little bit of love. And I want this to feel like something.
Yeah.
Compared to just I pull up and we fuck.
She wants to hear, "Oh, I miss you so much. Please come
Come
over."
on, baby, I'm trying to see you. I'm trying to this. She's nigga, she wants to be fed love.
Yeah.
And so, nigga, it's just so easy to read through. Like
And when you know
a bitch that's
when you know that right there, you could either play into it and use the mouthpiece in a way where you could convey a message that you are that type of guy so that you could get what you want, or you could choose to just let her go and not put up with it. You gotta choose. Varies for different women, you feel me? But then you gotta make a decision from there. Most of the time, I just kick to the curb. But you could tell her what you want to hear and get what you want if you want to go that route. I'm not encouraging it. But it is doable.
that's on some quote unquote, I mean, she's on some hoe shit, but just player shit is like, nigga, she just pulls up fuck. When you got bitches who, and understand, this is a bitch who you know is fucking with you. Not a bitch playing games and you ain't never fucked it. No, you know this bitch fucks with you. You've been, whether that bitch, that's when her feelings is starting to get involved. So.
Off of one fuck, you must have did them properly.
Not
Yeah,
really. I
proper.
just need a bitch. Not even like these bitches is just love starved.
For that one, I also put it's kind of like what you said is like being able to spot the insecurities and you can leverage it to have them do what you want to do.
My mama.
So it's like if you in the work field and your boss knows you got a wife, a family, people you got to take care of, he can play on the insecurities of you not having a job and to motivate you to maybe potentially get a raise or to do better for the company. So you definitely got to be able to spot those things and potentially leverage them.
Yeah. Law 34, this one is
That
powerful.
was
Be
some
royal
game
in
right
your
there.
own fashion.
Y'all notice, I like this. What I'm liking about this video, they give y'all girl examples and then they give y'all real life examples so y'all can understand that it's not about women. The game is not about women. I can't wait for men to understand that. And I'm making sure my community that I'm building understands that we are not about women. We are about the game. It's about the game. But like what they was just talking about with the leverage and how you might have a wife and kids and they use you not having a job as leverage to get you to do more for the company. That's easy things that you can play on once you start to understand and find those little things in women, those little triggers, those little points. You feel me? Which is easy through you having conversation with her, getting to know her. You can leverage those to get what you want out of her. Some people might say it's messed up, and it's not messed up. It's not messed up because it's on you to choose how you use it. You can, because it is manipulation. It's manipulation in a way. You can't lie, but manipulation has been used and created as, it's looked at as a bad thing, but it's not. It's about the person who's using the manipulation. Like, if I'm leveraging your job against you and I know you got a family and I'm just doing that to mess with you or to get you not to go higher up in the company or something like that, then obviously that's messed up. But if I'm using your insecurities or your weak points as leverage to get you to better yourself and know that it's going to be a better outcome for you in the future, I don't really feel like that's terrible manipulation. Because ultimately in the end, it's going to lead to better results for your life. You feel me?
Act like a king to be treated like one. This goes back to the pimping. This goes back to, nigga, just the core fundamental principles. It's like, nigga, act like a king to be treated like a king. Your behavior demonstrates your value. It's the biggest indicator of your value. How do you behave? And so many people devalue themselves because they treat other motherfuckers like kings. They idolize other motherfuckers. This right here is powerful. The way you carry yourself determines how you treat it.
A king thinks a certain way and they act a certain way.
My mama.
But you know, also
You put up with
one thing
certain
that I like
things.
about
With one individual and somebody noticed that, And it could be indirectly just off of having a conversation with you and somebody asks you, what was your last relationship like, or something along those lines, and they figure out, oh, you put up with this type of stuff, oh, you went through that with this person, and they might test and see if they can do it. And once they see, oh, I can do it, oh, it's over with, you're done. So you gotta start setting up. That's where them boundaries, principles, and morals come in. And once you start to establish and build those and know what you're putting up with and what you're not going to put up with, and you stand on it and you're willing to die behind it and die about it, oh, then the respect will naturally be given to you. Naturally be given to you because you command it. A person can't even be in your domain expansion without abiding by these certain principles that you have. Hopefully that's making sense to y'all. To some it is. To some of y'all haven't developed y'all principles or y'all boundaries, so y'all, this is not making sense. But eventually this will make sense to you. But at least I'm planting the seed. You feel me? But yeah, man. You get treated by a king based off of the principles and boundaries you set and what you let people get away with and what you don't let people get away with. If you let people play with you, they're going to play with you. But if you don't let people play with you and you retract yourself or subtract yourself from situations once somebody goes against a boundary that you set, and you tell them they either got to fall in line and get with your program and how you move as a person, or they got to go, oh, it's on the popping. You in your bag at that point. You can't be stopped. You gonna get everything you need and everything you want.
At least the Game of Thrones and well, House of Dragon, they display it every so often is like, whoever the king is, they got peasants, right? But they throw the peasants little nuggets here and there. Mm-hmm. They'll let them see the royal family, or you feel me? They'll hold this big ass parade, or give little nuggets to where it's like the people feel like they're not idolizing or praising somebody who doesn't really give a fuck about them. Mm-hmm. The lower still feel like, oh, he cares about us. Yeah, I'm gonna still keep praising him and willing to die and fight for the land and the whole little shit. So, and I also put on there the story of David and Goliath. Is like that nigga David thought he was a big dog, so he instantly came in and wanted to fight Goliath. And then when he took him out, nigga, everybody knew he can't be fucked with.
I don't know the story of David and Goliath, but I've heard those names before. Yeah. He basically beat a nigga up.
So basically, nigga, it's basically two armies. Goliath is like, he's the big dog. David comes in, he wants to challenge him, bring your best fighter. I don't want to fight everybody. Just bring your top dog.
He beat the big dog.
He beat the big dog, and everybody else had to fall in line. Like, damn, he took out our best guy. Well, we can't fuck with him. Yeah. So let's just fall in line. Yeah. So
another thing to play off that whole the Game of Thrones shit is kings also got mentors. A lot of times the hand of the king be the one who kind of running shit the most, or they'll have a counsel who counsel them and gives them advice and gives them wisdom. So that's another thing too. Act like a king, be treated like one. It doesn't mean you don't have mentors or people who you respect and who you get wisdom from. See, this is also, and this goes back to never outshining the master. A lot of times because people have such an arrogant perspective of themselves, they're too arrogant to get advice from an OG or get advice from somebody else. People end up fucking themselves over, going back to trying to outshine the master, and they become uncoachable. The king also has counselors. The king has people who puts him on game, who gives him wisdom. And this,
not even in the king aspect, the president, he can't just say, oh, this is a new law. It's people, I don't want to say above, but it's people in his environment that he has to run these things by before a final decision is made where they can move forward with this. You feel me? You're always going to have to learn from somebody. You need to be getting knowledge from somebody, someplace. You feel me? Because you're not always right. You don't know everything. And that's one thing I always understand and will never get big-headed about. I've done it in the past where I got big-headed. Oh, I don't need to watch this certain content no more. Or I don't need to look at these things anymore because I know what I need to do. And once I started thinking like that, fell right down. So now I know it's certain things that you need to keep hearing. Certain things that you watch and you need to keep watching. Certain things you hear, you need to keep hearing because it's getting installed into your mind. It's becoming your program, because the same way you hang around an environment and that environment gets into your ears and you start soaking it in, you become that environment. It's the same thing when you listening to people like me speak on YouTube, or people like them speaking on YouTube, or Rich and Unemployed, or Steph is Code, or Taekwondo, or all these different people that got podcasts and make videos where they speaking on these topics that's being talked about in this video. When you learning from these dudes and you hearing the way they think, and you see the similarities in the way people that these certain people are thinking, when you feeding yourself this type of content, it's getting programmed into your mind and it's keeping you where you need to be. But if you subtract that information and you don't listen to it anymore, it's hard to keep up that rhythm. You feel me? So it's always going to be somebody that you need to be listening to, or people that you need to be listening to in your corner that can give you advice and help you get to the next level, or to keep you consistent at what you're doing.
This is another powerful quote from Game of Thrones. He said, the best kings, nigga, is someone who's wise, and a wise kings know who to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing to keep in mind.
I ain't lie, that was one quote. I think you might have said it in the last pod, but one of the quotes that I think it was Ty when he says a king doesn't have to say he's a king.
Yeah.
Everybody in the room knows he's the king.
Yeah.
But it's like if yeah.
But that's something also to just keep in mind is, don't fuck yourself over because you think you a king and nigga, you end up rubbing niggas off the wrong way, this and that. You got to know how to move. Law 35 mastered the art of timing. Some would say Kendrick did that masterfully against Drake.
Yeah.
He posted a song, he bam, posted one right back, which distracted and took all the attention away from his moment. Timing.
God.
Timing is major.
No,
Facts.
I use it in
Everybody
terms
was-
of like with the
Kendrick
bitches
dropped
is
the
like,
diss
say you
back
you a guy, you hold
already.
the standard of
Niggas couldn't
like
believe it.
she gotta fuck
Took
within
all
the
the
first
shine.
3 dates.
Uh-huh.
That could be your standard, but you don't gotta come off like too thirsty within the first 3 dates. It's like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Really, it ain't even up to you if she's gonna have sex or not. But how you come off and how you present yourself could help you in trying to get the sex.
Yeah.
But
Fact. What y'all gotta understand, bro, is she knows off the first encounter if you're going to get there or not. All it is making sure you don't talk yourself out of it. So and it depends on how y'all interact with each other in person. If you're getting what you want, if you getting what you want in person, then obviously it's going to lead to where you want it to go. But if you see that you're not getting anywhere and there's no intimacy or anything like that developing, bro, then just accept it and move on.
yeah, never come off thirsty or in a rush to do something. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And
If it's not, it's not.
That is a good one in regards to relationships, like,
Yeah.
and knowing how to breathe on a bitch. The art of timing. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, sometimes it's depending on the situation, depending on her interest level. Maybe you need to breathe on this bitch a little bit quicker. Another bitch, maybe you need to wait a week till you tap in with her.
yeah,
Understanding the art of timing, when to tap in.
absolutely.
Timing is powerful. Another thing, too, is just understanding to always move on your own time. A lot of
I know that last part gonna be hard for y'all to understand. I'm gonna drop a video on like how to know when she's like the interest level, how to know the interest level, because it's low interest, then it's medium interest, and then it's high interest. High interest, y'all know that. Y'all should know that. It's just when she all on your body, bro. Y'all should know that. Medium interest, it's a little bit different. And them the women that you wait a week to talk to, or different things like that, where you take it a little bit slower, because the way that y'all act, that you and that girl interact around each other, lets you know where you at. Like, you know when a girl is on your body and you know when she's not. You feel me? Because when a girl on your body, don't be talking to other girls. She trying to get the exclusive. She wants y'all to be exclusive. She talking about kids and all these different things. You know when a girl is on your body, bro. You know. But when it's mid-range, you still know, but it's like an energy that you can feel where you know you not there yet, but you get in there type. Yeah, I gotta drop a video on that. Bro.
Times people do this subconsciously, not even realizing it, but they be rushed. This is why I say one of my biggest advice, especially when you in the presence of a girl and you feeling nervous, slow down, calm down, because oftentimes it's a subconscious thing that people do is where they start to rush shit. And what happens is it's like you're not moving on your time. You're not in, when you truly in a confident position, you move when you want to move. You confident.
Yeah.
But when you start getting unsure, you start second guessing yourself. Now you kind of just moving
sporadic.
and you're not on your time. You're not, nigga. And so just calm down, having poise.
You can't move boldly.
Even with that, and that's what I say, like, with making moves or trying to advance with a girl, it takes confidence. And if you're not moving with confidence, if you're not confident in your move and you second guessing it, it's going to be hard for you to advance with the woman because, you kind of sporadic. You ain't never done this before. You don't, whatever, or even if you have done it before, but in your mind, this girl that you did it with before was only a 7.5, and this other girl, baddest girl you've been with, and you convince yourself in your mind that she's on a different tier, and now your confidence is a little bit lower in yourself, and now you second guessing, and now you're not moving smooth, and she will notice this. A girl will pick up on this. And then it's kind of giving off the energy that you can't handle her, so it's less attractive. So you always got to be moving with that confidence, man. You always got to be moving with that confidence. It's the key. I'm telling you, it's the key to everything.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have poise. It's like with basketball. Like, nigga, a nigga who's confident and comfortable, even if the shot clock's at 3, he's calm, cool, and collected.
Right,
it reminds me of when Dame Lillard hit that buzzer beater against Paul George. It was, nigga, 3, 2, 1, and nigga, he has poise. I'm gonna do this when I want to do this.
Yeah.
Compared to a nigga who feels like, oh, the shot's clock. It's at 3. I gotta
make the shot. What if I miss the shot? What if the crowd laugh at me because I missed the shot? You got all this going on in your mind, all these second thoughts, all these insecurities, and it's knocked you off your game. Then you around miss the shot because you all in your top. Instead of being confident in yourself and just, I got it. 3 seconds left. I'm about to popping it. You more confident in yourself. You feeling yourself. When you start being confident, you feeling yourself, and you believe in yourself, even if it's something that you've never done before, but you still walk in there head high, feeling like you're gonna get it done, and feeling like you can do it, because you're showing yourself that you've been able to do things in the past that you've never done, and you got it done, and you walk in there with confidence, bro. You can't be stopped.
I may have some poise, but yeah, there's multiple angles to that one. Law 36, and then we'll
42 minutes, bro. Oh my god. And we ain't even finished the video, and we still not even halfway through. I might just drop this as a series. Just post the episodes slowly and record my other vids. But man, I'm gonna stop it right here because 40 minutes is crazy. I don't want to go no further than that. Hopefully y'all boys enjoyed the video. You feel me? It's going to be a part 3. I'm enjoying this too much. It's going to be a part 3.